Hey, thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to be looking at triads. This is a complement video to the live stream I did on triads. And this is going to be showing some triad practice. I'm just going to taking some notes here. So just to go over what we're going to do. We're going to do chords, left and right hand. And we're going to go up and down the whole piano with the triads. And then we're going to approach from a half step below. Just do a little approach practice. Then we're going to approach from the scale note above. Since we don't necessarily know the scale note, I guess this would just be the scale note as if it were the major scale. So if we're playing an E triad, we'll just play the scale as if it were from an E major scale. Then we're going to show 5-note flourishes, like you know those kind of things. We're going to show triplets, and we'll practice those. We'll do 16th notes. And we'll do that pattern, which is the kind of repetition pattern that sounds almost like it has a slap back delay on the note there. Okay, let me. Oops, I realized. There we go. That's better. So, okay, so starting with the chords, left and right hand. So, in key of C. Just getting used to kind of toning, just the tones of it. Just getting used to them. Now I'm looking at it, I'm going to try to look away at a certain point. Let's see. And I'm just doing this with my left hand now. I'm just kind of practicing getting those chords under my hand. With my right hand. Yeah, it's really hard not looking at the piano unless you're very in touch with where the piano is in relation to your body and you're sitting with really, for this demonstration I'm not sitting with really good posture and so on. I would probably scoot this back a little bit to start with. Yeah, more like. But it still takes time to adjust. Anytime you adjust in your seat, anytime you adjust the distance of your seat, anytime you're using a new bench or a new piano or anything, it really takes time to adjust to it. Okay, so I'm just going to keep just kind of. You can think of practice as a form of prayer, that really what I'm doing is, it's really not meant to be boring or laborious or anything. It's, there we go. And I'm also happier that I'm getting some nicer ones. It sounds better with the pedal too. But I think it's good to practice without the pedal because, especially for jazz, you very rarely, if you don't like use the pedal. I mean, you can. I mean, I guess that's a misconception that you don't use the pedal with jazz. I guess I would just say that the reason that came about is because there are a lot of people who had come to jazz from a classical background and they would, overuse the pedal. Okay, now I'll go to the next ones. Yeah, and so just kind of. You can practice them all different ways. You can practice them in rhythm. In time, you can. it's fine to have fun with it. It's really just about getting it under your fingers. Yeah, you just kind of want to get comfortable. Get comfortable with it. Just kind of get used to playing these triads. Now I'm in D major. And the goal would be to eventually never have to look, to not have to keep checking where your hand is on the piano, which is something I have to keep doing because I haven't practiced this enough. Okay. I'm gonna turn this light. There we go. A lot better. Still not great, but okay. Yeah, so it's just something you just kind of just get used to. Just the feeling of what these chords feel like. That's really what it's about. As much as anything is just ingraining these shapes. Because it's really helpful also when you, it's very helpful also when you're going to play fifths, or when you're playing, if you play sixths, the thumb and the pinky finger are actually going to be the sixth for two of the three voicings. So you'll notice that I'm playing, and as I'm playing this here, my pinky and my actual pinky and thumb are a sixth apart. And it sounds great. And same with this one. They're a sixth apart. So that sound of the sixth really becomes ingrained also. Like something over here, I guess, a little bit. See, B is a hard one, really. I've never heard a piano player say, wow, the key of B, it's so easy. But, you know, you can kind of approach it like prayer, or like this kind of prayerful, even when there's a mistake, like that mistake in sixth that keeps slipping in there, it's okay. It just, or the flat 9, you know, it's okay. Those are just part of learning the feel of it. Okay, so that was the chords, left and right hand. Now we're going to go up and down the whole piano. So simply So up and down the whole piano. Then we do approaches from half step below. For the rest of these, I'm not going to do all of them. You can just do these on your own, but I'll just show you what they are. I'll show them in C, for instance. So approach from half step below would just be... That was the approach from half step below in C. Now we'll do a scale above. And now we do a 5-note flourish. I never actually done it backwards. Would it be good? Yeah, I guess so. I tried looking away for the second half of that. It slowed me down. And, normally I would advise just play in good rhythm, but I actually think it's more important to just have fun with it. And, you can practice with perfect rhythm if you want. You can also practice like I did, where you do things while you're practicing that are kind of like what really happens on the gig. You get distracted, you look around, you try to look away from the instrument while you're playing, and do things like that. Particularly looking away from the instrument. I mean, ideally, I could go, and never look at the instrument. ideally, but I'm not at that level, especially with my left hand. But that's why these are great practices for your left hand too. Even if I never am going to play that, just the fact that I'm practicing these rudiments in my left hand is really good. Okay, that was 5-note flourishes. Let's do triplets. I'll do left hand first. I'm trying to look away while I do it. And I guess I could do it slower in time. I mean, that's fine too. I mean, that's probably better, actually. Okay. 16th notes. That was 16th notes, and then the last one I'm going to do here is just going to be all right, everybody. Thanks for watching.